Okay, folks, welcome to Taylor, South Carolina, the Pavilion, home rink for our Clemson Lady Ice Tigers. This morning's bout with Georgia Southern. We played Georgia Southern last night, had a decisive 19-1 win in that game. So a little bit lopsided, but here we go for game 2 of the series. We're going to line up here in just a second. And it looks like we have one official today. I don't know what happened to the second one, but this official's an experienced one, so he should be easily able to handle this here. So you can go ahead and, well, no, I guess wait. No, go ahead, play it. Sorry, I'm helping DJ Jazzy Autumn figure out when to play music and not. So, but we're getting it going here. So get them ramped up. So your Clemson Tigers in goal, number 1, Bella Quick. On D, number 3, Courtney Caputo. On D, number 17, Lucy Hudson. On D, number 21, Avery Pettit. On D, number 25, Kate Butler. On D, number 27, Athena Renton. On forward, number 4, Katie Wozniak. Number 8, Olivia Yoder. Number 9, Jenna Fireovid. Number 10, Margot Watkins. Number 11, Alyssa Lorino is not with us today. Number 13, Nina Molina. Number 16, Kira Lessie. And number 28, Abby Bauer. Brianna Duba, head coach on the bench. Sorry, that was a little abbreviated, but here we go. Puck's dropped. Molina on the draw. Molina drops it back to Hudson. Hudson will skate it in. Hudson across the blue line. Hudson takes it in. Hudson, tries for a quick shot. Shot by Kira Alessi. Cycled back. High in the slot, and a quick goal by Nina Molina, set up by Olivia Yoder. And we are already up and running 1-0, folks. As the Clemson Ragtime song plays for the first time of likely many times. In the game yesterday, it was quite lopsided. Tigers winning with a 19-1 win. This Tigers team is a pretty strong team. Molina now in the draw. Georgia Southern wins. Georgia Southern now tries to bring it across, hits a skate, comes across to Yoder. Yoder with a shot, almost tipped by Lessie. Hudson now from the point. 2 Georgia Southern players collide. Molina now with it. Molina now dances. Molina to Yoder. Yoder shot. Back over to Molina. She just fans on it. Pettit now steps up, keeps it into Molina. Molina now fires. Off the iron. Ding the iron hole. Molina now. Over to Yoder. Yoder with the shot. And save. We had a late whistle. Slow whistle. Hacked on by Georgia Southern. Olivia Yoder took offense. Olivia Yoder's already going to her favorite spot, which is the penalty box. They're taking both of them. But Olivia got hacked. Yoder continued to play the whistle. Georgia Southern, number 17, took exception. Yoder came around and gave her a little cross-check action. And here we go. So it was a pretty clean game yesterday, kind of until it got really out of hand. And then there was a couple hits thrown. Nothing serious, nothing too dangerous. But when things get lopsided, things can get a little out of hand. So we'll just have to keep an eye. But Olivia is now already in the box early in the morning. Maybe her coffee's in there and she needed some caffeine. Watkins now wins the draw. Back to Butler. Butler dumps it down the far boards. Behind the net is Wozniak. Wozniak to Watkins. Watkins looking up in the slot for Pettit. Pettit fires and scores. Wow. Beautiful play by the Tigers. When the Tigers get set up behind the net, nothing but trouble for Georgia Southern. They scored a lot of goals that way yesterday, so they'll set up behind the net. They'll take it around the outside, get Georgia Southern to commit, and then sneak one right down the slot for a shot. So 2-0 Tigers already with 17:22 to go in the first. Courtney Caputo now takes the draw after. Courtney Caputo, little backhand waffler, but it almost fools the goalie Ava Carlson. Wozniak now drops it back. Shot from the point from, I believe that was Athena Renton. Nope, that was Kate Butler, sorry. We have a lot of number 20-somethings. Now Athena Renton's with the puck. Athena dances. Athena loves to shoot. She's got a heavy slapper, and good save by goaltender Ava Carlson in net for Georgia Southern. Renton now on the blue line. We got some cheers going on, some Clemson cheers going on from our Lady Warriors in the stands. It's good to hear. Puck to the slot. Shot by Kate Butler, covered up by goaltender Ava Carlson. So pretty much to be expected after the way these Clemson Tigers have been playing. The control of possession is heavily already in the Tigers' side. Face-off won by Watkins, back over across to Renton, back D to D to Butler. Butler with the shot, hits Watkins, and it goes behind the net. Wozniak now, the Woz sets up, tries to bring it back up high to the point, misses, and this is not going to be an icing because it was off Wozniak. So Georgia Southern player now, hard on Clemson defense, but Clemson now will regather and bring it up the boards. They're going to go hard off boards. Too many men. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, too many men on the Tigers. Team president Jenna Fireoven heading to the sin bin. I'm not sure if that was on her, hopping on to the sixth person, or she's just going to serve. But someone jumped early from the bench. Yeah. So a little bit of sloppiness, but it's early in the morning for these ladies. They played last night at 10:15, probably got back to Clemson by midnight, and had to then peel on out of there at 7 o'clock this morning to get here. So maybe the brains aren't working quite so far yet. Molina now. Molina with some shifty moves. Molina now gets stick checked by number 17 on Georgia Southern. Molina now, she's going to set up behind the net. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, they're giving her way too much space. You can't give Molina that much space. She will pick a corner. And I believe she just scored a goal. She beat Ava Carlson over her blocker shoulder. One thing we learned yesterday is Carlson goes down and stays down. And once she's down, these Clemson Tigers can pick corners better than any team I've ever been around. Their heads are up and they see it and they will own it. So there's all-star Nina Molina with another goal for the Clemson Tigers. Molina now right off the draw, wins her own draw, gets over the blue line. She's going through 5 Georgia Southern players and puts it right in the same spot over that blocker side shoulder of Ava Carlson. So if anything I could say for Ava Carlson is you got to stand up. You can't drop down right there. Molina, especially against Molina. Molina's going to pick those corners. So is that already a Molina hat trick with 14:04 to go in the first? I'm not quite sure. It's at least 2 goals. So the Tigers are off and running early. This is what they did yesterday. I think they put up 11 in the first, and then they kind of tooled it down, but just won the possession game. So Olivia Yoder now with the puck. Olivia goes down. No tripping there. Hudson now keeps it in on the blue line. Georgia Southern clears right into Yoder's shin pads, and Yoder now down low. Yoder's going to set up behind the net. Yoder's going to come around. She's got Watkins in the slot. Yoder tries to get it through. Does not. Yoder and a Georgia Southern player collide. Georgia Southern player now goes into the boards hard on Watkins. Does these Georgia Southern players want to play physical? I would suggest not. But if they want to go there, I'm sure the Clemson Tigers have an answer. Most of these girls have played some pretty high-level hockey and are not scared of bumping around a little bit. So pass now across to Georgia Southern's Bella Dill. Bella Dill now dumps it up the boards, looking for 17 on Georgia Southern, but it's going to go in for an icing. Hey, we have our second referee here. And, it's no other than my buddy, Lawrence Finance. Oh, late as always. Sorry, I had to give my reffing buddy a hard time. Got another shot in, gobbled up by the goaltender. Olivia Yoder with the shot. So I think there might have been a miscommunication on times for the referees today. It very well could have been on Clemson's side. They ended up having to extend from an hour and a half to 2 hours of ice for ACHA reasons. Oh my gosh, good shot from the point by Pettit. Looks like a tip. Looks like maybe Yoder got that tip. Leslie was there as well. So here we go, a 5-0 lead already with 11:44 and ticking in the first. So they went straight to run time already. And Watkins now is on the draw. Watkins pulls the draw back over to Avery Pettit. Avery now reverses. Up to Watkins. Watkins now tries to thread the feet of the Georgia Southern player, does not, but then Watkins stays on it. Watkins now down low in the corner. Watkins now surveys, hits Hudson on the point. Hudson back down low to Alessi. Alessi now in the corner. She's got Hudson. She's got all, oh, they're not even playing on her. Oh, she shoots. She had that glove side wide open, but found the iron. I tell you, these Tigers have their heads up. And heads up play like that will kill you. That was Watkins now. Quick dish to Alessi, number 16.
Max is 7.
And what?
Max is 7.
So we're already at 6 goals. Alessi with the finisher. And your Tigers are off. We are counting shots evidently. We have 13 shots to 0. We didn't count shots yesterday, but I guess we're counting them today. So Clemson netminder Belladillo only saw 2 shots yesterday. One of them squeaked by her. If Georgia Southern can just get in the zone and get a couple shots, they have a chance to put some pucks in the net. But so far, Clemson's not allowing that. Hudson now on the point. Hudson surveys. Hudson down low to Caputo. Caputo to Molina. Molina with the shot, and a goal by Clemson. Ava Carlson made that glove save and then dropped the puck, so it then trickled through. So I think now we'll stop playing the Clemson ragtime song for every goal and just play some other music, not to insinuate any extra craziness here. So we have a 6-0 lead with 9:36 ticking in the first for your Tigers. Molina on the draw, comes back to Pettit. Pettit now D to D to Hudson. Hudson now has time. Hudson looks up. Hudson tries to throw a ill-advised pass across the blue line, but it gets across. Caputo now with the puck. Caputo along the boards. Caputo being ridden a little bit by number 17 on Georgia Southern, but you're not going to push Courtney Caputo around. The Waz now with the puck. Waz drops it back to Hudson. Hudson on the point. Hudson down low to Caputo. Caputo now tries to bring it back to Hudson, but Georgia Southern gets a stick on it. Georgia Southern now dumps it, and the puck will now go deep. No icing. Georgia Southern with the puck. Avery Pettit on the player. Wozniak now to Molina. Molina now on the move. Molina's going to look up. Molina surveys. Molina's going to look up. Molina's going to take a off-angle slapper. Good save by Sierra Newfoundland. I guess we did a goalie switch. I didn't even notice. We have a different goalie in net for Georgia Southern. So good first save of the game for Sierra. Avery Pettit now with the shot, looking for the tip of the Waz, just misses. Kate Butler now back to Wozniak. Wozniak surveys. Wozniak's trying to thread one across. Wozniak now trying to thread another one across. Georgia Southern now picked it off. Watkins now on the puck to defend. Georgia Southern now shielding the puck from Watkins in the corner. Clemson comes out with it. Pass cross over to Renton, who's on the move. Puck now out. Renton's got to check up. Renton does come back on side while Watkins goes in. Watkins now down low. Watkins battling in the corner, surveying, shielding the puck, looking up. Oh, she's got Abby Bauer right in the high slot. Abby Bauer with the shot. Good save by Sierra. And puck is loose down behind the net. Fireovid now with the puck. Fireovid surveys. Fireovid looks. Fireovid throws a muffle pass to the other team, but Fireovid gets it back. Fireovid, just rip one, Fireovid. There she goes. She throws one. The stick check. And the puck is frozen. So 7-1 or 7-0 lead. 19 shots to nothing in 7:09 in the first. Here for your Clemson Tigers. Face-off won by Georgia Southern, but then stepped on by Athena Renton. Athena looks up. Athena surveys. Athena with a quick shot and a very, very good save by Sierra Nudefer, who comes way, way out above her crease to cut off that angle. That's good goaltending, coming way off the crease. You got to do that or these girls are going to find their corners. Face-off won by Watkins. Puck back to Butler. Butler fires. Loose puck in front. Watkins now has it. Watkins now back at the slot. Georgia Southern tries to clear but cannot. Renton now. Renton skates it down low. Renton surveys. I think I say surveys too much. I got to come up with something else. Drops it back. She's looking. Looking for a pass across to Watkins. Watkins off the iron. Off the iron. Loose puck and jammed in. I don't know if that was Abby Bauer or Jenna Fireovid. I believe it was Jenna Fireovid with the finish. So that would be, if so, that is Clemson President Jenna Fireovid's first goal as a Clemson Tiger. So I believe that will make it 8-0. Well, goal hasn't gone up on the board here yet. But way to be there to finish by Jenna Fireovid. I don't know if we're not putting up goals or if maybe it is 8-0. I think they're not going to put up goals past 7 on the board today maybe. Molina now looks. Molina has it. Molina looking for space. Oh boy, she's got Renton up at high. Renton's got a heavy shot. Clemson's now just starting to move the puck around. Butler now to the point, on the point. In deep for Alessi. Alessi now, down low. To Yoder up front. Yoder rips one with a quick one-timer or catch and release shot by Olivia Yoder. Pass from Kira Alessi. So some interesting facts about the girls on the ice right now. Kira Alessi is actually on the Clemson water ski team as well. So these are the first weekend we've seen her. We got Bella Quick over there dancing her way into the goal crease. She has not seen a shot yet, so I guess she might as well get some moves in with her dancing moves. Okay, so yeah, Kira's on the water ski team. Olivia Yoder over on the right wing is actually an official. She refs a lot of games as well. So pass goes from the water skier to the official, and Yoder now takes it in. Yoder now looks. Yoder's got space, drops it to Renton. Renton now off the boards. Boards pass to Molina down low. Uh-oh, Molina's going to go for the Michigan. She was about to go for the Michigan. Uh-oh. Pass up high to Butler. Butler to Yoder. I don't know if she needs to do the Michigan to rub this score in anymore, but we haven't seen one yet from the Clemson Tigers. Oh, she's going to try one again. I think we may be seeing the works of a Michigan at some point here. Molina now looking. Molina down low. Finds Yoder behind the net. Yoder's looking back up. Oh, a fan by the Yoder. And a little pile up on the boards. Molina now with it. Molina's going to survey. Watch out for Molina's backhand. She hasn't done one of those in a while. She's got one. Alessi now with it. Oh, Georgia Southern now with the pickoff. But Yoder hurries back to break that up. Oh, and Georgia Southern player on the blue line takes a little body check. I don't know. Little rubbing by Kira Alessi. And Alessi now will go to the box. I'm very familiar with number 16s in the box, as I'm a number 16 and I go to the box often. And my daughter's a number 16 and she spent a lot of time in the box this last weekend in Tampa. And she just went, oh, as she's standing next to me. So here we go.
Stupid call.
She didn't get a good check-in like that though. There were silly calls that got her in. So here we are, 2:57 and ticking in the first. We have a 9-0 lead by the Tigers already. Face-off in the Clemson zone. Georgia Southern wins. Shot over towards Dill. Just picked up by Hudson. Save, I believe, by Dill. Not Dill, sorry. Bella Quick. I believe that was Bella's first save of the game. Or maybe that was just wide, because it's not going on the board as a shot. A little body being played down low. Number 17 on Georgia Southern likes to throw a little body, which is fine. Oh, now she throws a hit. But, oh well, now we got Watkins going in. Watkins now. No goal. Saved by Sierra Nudiford. So I believe there was a hit or something happened. Avery Pettit went down back in the corner.
Hit behind the refs.
The refs were not even watching the play because they were watching where the play was. Little behind thing. I would caution Georgia Southern for trying to play that type of game. But we'll just see what happens. So face-off now back to Hudson. Over to Wozniak. Oh, no, sorry, Caputo. Hudson now dumps it down in the corner to Watkins. Watkins now looks. Watkins looks up. She's trying to get across to Caputo, who is working there on the back door. Caputo now. Georgia Southern player goes down, but Georgia Southern does control. They try to get it out, but they can't. Watkins keeps it in. Watkins over to Caputo. Caputo, oh, I thought she was going to get hit from behind there, but she didn't. Georgia Southern now looks up. Caputo stays with it. Georgia Southern trying to clear, and they do clear. Puck back to Avery Pettit. Avery Pettit up to Watkins, just misses. Watkins stick hops it, and Georgia Southern will dump it in. No icing, just inside the blue line, or possibly could have been tipped. Avery Pettit now skates out with the puck. Pettit now, so deliberate with her stride. She's heads up, nice and smooth. Puck now comes back to Hudson. Hudson now looking up. You might notice these ladies are pink tape on most of their sticks. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Pink at the Rink Day here in Taylor, South Carolina. So we got some extra pink. We got some cheers for Clemson coming from the youth players who are here to watch us. Courtney Caputo shields the puck super well on number 12. Caputo now shields the puck again. Caputo in. Oh, looking for that blocker side shot. Just misses high. Molina now with it. Molina drags. Molina heads up. Molina's going to find Hudson. Hudson on the point. Hudson's going to bring right down the boards back to Molina. Molina now works the boards. Molina takes a hit from number 17. That's okay. Now the two battle. And I believe number 17 for Georgia Southern, who is Lily Manderfield, is going to go to the box. Lily's been the one throwing body around a bit. Threw the body on Molina. I mean, yes, it's a penalty for sure, but with the score being what it is after first period of 9-0, the refs could maybe let it go a little bit, but if they do, it might get out of hand, so maybe they're doing the right thing by letting them play. So, as we wait for the second period to begin, tell you a little bit more about our Clemson Tigers. Results so far this season, they have a 5-0 record, a plus, I have to do the math, they're plus 45 plus another 18 goals last night. So, huge goal differential for our Tigers. They have 3 wins against Tennessee, 1 win against Georgia, and last night's win against Georgia Southern. Upcoming schedule for the Lady Ice Tigers. On January 11th, University of Georgia comes to town. The Bulldogs, they are not allowed to bring Uga the Bulldog though. He's not allowed in the pavilion, as the county facility will not allow dogs to slobber on their floors. On 124, the pesky Gamecocks come into town. That'll be a good one. That's probably the makings of a rivalry there. The Gamecocks are pretty high up in College Hockey South, and the Tigers are looking like they're going to be right there with them. So that should be a good battle as the Lamecocks, as we call them, come into town on 124. On 1:30 through 2/1, January 30th through February 1st, the Tigers will make their way to Gasparilla Tournament in Tampa, hopefully to see some of the Florida teams and other teams we haven't faced, and some of the higher-ranking teams in College Hockey South, I'm imagining, like Tampa, Alabama, Florida, USF. There's some really strong teams out there that we can definitely match up a little better with. And then on February 21st, we make our way down to go visit the Gamecocks in Irmo, South Carolina. And then, if applicable, which it's looking like it's going to be very applicable for these Tigers to make College Hockey South playoffs, we will be back in Florida on February 27th through March 1st to hopefully play for a banner to bring home to the pavilion to hang up for our inaugural season. So that is our results and schedule so far. Lining up for period 2, your Tigers moving left to right in their white uniforms. This is the first time they've gotten to wear their whites. They've worn purple all 4 games until this weekend. These whites look super sharp too, though. Both sets of jerseys they're just awesome. So, face-off won by the Tigers, but then collected back by Georgia Southern. Tigers have it. Olivia Yoder with it on the boards. And Georgia Southern will clear. Icing is waved off by my good buddy, Venance, the ref. All right, Yoder now with it. Yoder skates up. Yoder with the pass over to Alessi on the far side. Alessi looks. Alessi surveys, hits Molina in the skate. Boy, if that was on tape, that was a sure goal. So Molina now. Molina looks up. Molina back to Butler. D to D over to Renton. Renton down low to Yoder. Yoder back up to the point to Renton. Renton now surveys, walks the line, drops it back to Yoder in the corner. Yoder now looks. Yoder's going to try to come across all the way to Alessi. Alessi looks up, back off the boards to Butler, back to Alessi. They're playing a little pass and catch here. Alessi now has it. She's got Melina. She's also got Renton. She's got a lot of options. Renton on the point. I would say if anyone's the quarterback on this Clemson team, it's Athena Renton. She is so heads up, moves the puck so extremely well that it's just super impressive. Renton with a slapper, just misses high. I think she might have been trying for the Yoder tip, but that would have been a high stick, so Yoder did not leave her stick there. Back to Renton again. Renton has a cannon and absolutely loves to unleash it. She's probably been told not to go so crazy right now with the score being so off. Oh, shot up and over, bounce off the top of the net and behind the net. Yoder now with the puck, up to Renton. Renton looks, back to Yoder. Yoder now, she's got Melina right down the slot. Melina with a quick shot. Good Georgia Southern stick to prevent a goal there. Pass across from Alessi to Renton. Renton with the firing and goal. So Renton with the ripper off Ava Carlson's glove and then finished by Nina Melina. So that's for sure at least 3 by Nina Melina. Nina was the all-star of College Hockey South the first week or two for College Hockey South with an insane amount of points in the Tennessee games. And she's a senior, so we will not have her next year, but been an awesome pickup for the Clemson Tigers. Nina is also the vice president of the team and is got the unfortunate job of entering all the stats into ACHA league stat from these 2 games, which is a lot. The score sheet of ACHA only has so many slots for scoring, and they unfortunately used up all of them plus another notepad full yesterday. Georgia Southern now has a chance now. They kept it in, but the chance is evaded quickly by Lucy Hudson. D-to-D pass by Georgia Southern. That's some good puck movement. Best I've seen from Georgia Southern in a while. Pass over, but Clemson recollects. Pass up to Wozniak on the right wing. Pass off the glass. And Clemson now drops it back to Hudson on the point. Hudson now off her foot, surveys. Oh, a little blind pass looking for the D-to-D, but almost picked off by Georgia Southern's Bella Dill. Pettit now to Hudson. Hudson across. Hudson across to Caputo. I tell you, these Tigers are using every square inch of this little ice sheet here at the pavilion to just mesmerize Georgia Southern until they lose sight of the positioning and then they capitalize. So pass now back down low to Margot Watkins. Watkins tries to thread run across. She does. It gets to Yoder. Yoder now to Caputo. Caputo now down low to Wozniak. Wozniak now. Wozniak to Pettit. Pettit now with the shot. Save by Ava Carlson. Puck now along the far boards to Caputo. Caputo looks up. Caputo with a little drop pass to Pettit. Pettit now to Wozniak. Wozniak back to Pettit. Sorry, I'm having trouble keeping up on who's where because the Clemson Tigers they're changing their positions all over the place. There's really no, I'm a left D, I'm a right D, I'm a wing. They're cycling all over the place, getting shots down low from the defense, forwards back on D. I think Coach Duba's mixing it up too, so they're just kind of all over the place. So it's a 10-0 lead, even though there's only 7 shown on the board with 15:09 and ticking in the second. They went run clock right from the get-go on this one. This morning here in Taylor, South Carolina. Face-off won by your Tigers. Renton across, point to D to Butler. Butler across, finds Melina off the goalie and tucked in by Abby Bauer. So Abby Bauer now on the score sheet. So here we go. Should be 11-0 for our Clemson Tigers. Puck now down low. So I have a guest color commentator here with me. My daughter Autumn. Autumn plays defense. And it's probably going to be a Clemson in a couple years, possibly. So, Autumn, you played on some teams you played on a team, specifically your 16U team, that won the championship in the Southern Girls Hockey League that dominated some games like this. What's it like playing with such a strong team against a team that's struggling so much?
It can be challenging to keep up the momentum because you want to stop scoring, but you also want to keep the game moving. So it can be hard at times to want to still, as you see what they're doing, they'll play this passing game where you pass it all around, which can be quite infuriating for the other team, and it can get kind of boring at times. So it's an interesting game. I like to see that the Tigers are keeping their momentum though.
Yeah, thanks Autumn for that. You know, Autumn is on a team that's dealt with that, but she's been on a team a couple times that are on the opposite side of the score sheet too. So thanks for that insight. It is hard because as a coach, coaching a team that's dominating so much, you start to, you don't want to rub it in by continuing to score and stacking it up. But at the same time, you want to get the most out of your players and get something out of that game. And also, sometimes when you go to the make 15 passes before you shoot type stuff, it's actually rougher on that other team because they don't touch the puck and it gets infuriating. So, but anyway, here we are, 11-0 in the second, 12:36 going. We're playing the Zamboni song. DJ Jazzy Autumn, that's for when the Zamboni's on the ice, but that's okay. She's learning. It's her first time DJing. I thank her for being here to DJ because I did it yesterday on top of everything else and it was a lot. Yoder now behind the net. Yoder now up to Hudson. Hudson to Alessi. Alessi to Pettit. Pettit keeps it in right in the blue line. Pettit now down low to Watkins. Watkins now comes across. Oh boy, that could have been an easy one-time shot. I think that Alessi has been, some of these girls have been told, let's not load up the score anymore, but that would have been a beautiful one-timer. And probably she knew that. Watkins now. Watkins up the slot. And a shot just wide by Alessi. Kept in by Pettit. Pettit now whistles one right into the midsection of the Georgia Southern player who carries it in her pants for a few seconds and then it eventually ices. So. A little bit about Coach Duba on the bench for the Clemson Tigers. Coach Duba grew up in Connecticut or played her youth hockey in Connecticut, played for the Connecticut Northern Lights at one point. Also a very avid field hockey player. She ended up playing Division I field hockey at RPI before moving back here, or not back, before moving to South Carolina for a job, and then got into coaching the youth hockey for a short time, as well as now being the Clemson head coach. We're really blessed to have her, and the Clemson girls really, really enjoy her as their coach. Pass over to Yoder. Yoder with the backhand and a glove save by Ava Carlson. So a little bit about the Clemson team. So it's a club hockey team. So Clemson Women's Club Ice Hockey is an independent student-run organization that runs with oversight from the university. The team receives some financial contribution from Clemson. The rest is made up by dues, donations, and sponsorships. The team's mission is to provide a safe, fun, and competitive environment for female athletes that fosters hockey development in a team and individual setting while promoting sportsmanship, work ethic, and respect. So that's kind of the mission. We have a player, a Georgia Southern player down in the corner. She's getting back up though. But she's way offside if it comes in. Now they have to check up. She's stung. I don't know what happened. I didn't see it behind the play while I was reading the mission statement of the team. So Alessi now with the puck. Alessi stops in the corner. Alexi's got space to Watkins. Watkins now with it. Watkins back to Alessi. Alessi's going to survey. She's going to come over to Avery Pettit. He's wide open on the far point. Avery looks up. Avery winds up, shoots just wide off the glove of the goaltender. Puck now kept in by Kate Butler. And Georgia Southern now gets it up. Georgia Southern has a chance, but gets mobbed from backside by Kate Butler. Olivia Yoder now skates it in. Yoder drops to Alessi. Alessi surveys, looks up, heads up and shot. Oh, almost does a no-look shot on the goalie. And it looks like a good save by Ava Carlson after a couple good whacks at it. So this Clemson team is looking for sponsorships, folks, not only for the remaining of this year, but into next year. So if you have a company that would be interested in sponsoring these ladies, there's a lot of sponsorship options, from your name on the jersey, to announcements on broadcast, to on the website, to on the social media. Hockey is a very, very expensive sport. And while we do get some funding from the university, it doesn't nearly cover the expense. So these players and families are having to come out of their pockets to be able to play hockey. So any financial support, or donations even, would be greatly appreciated. If you are interested in either donating or doing a sponsorship, reach out to clemsonwhockey@gmail.com and help these ladies out. Pass back up to the point. Hut. Shot across to Wozniak. Wozniak now looks up over to Butler. Butler now. Butler down to Wozniak in the corner. Wozniak across high to Renton. Renton now over to Caputo. Caputo back to Renton. Renton now. Quick drop pass to Butler. Butler's going to rip one. Oh, man. Good block by the Georgia defender, although a risky one at that, because that could have easily bounced in. Butler now across. Butler hits Renton. Renton now to Melina. Well, that was kind of a dangerous one, but Melina did get a stick on it. Her head's always up, so she saw that coming. Down low. Wozniak now on the puck. Puck kept in by Hudson. Nope, I'm sorry, by Butler. The first weekend, Lucy Hudson was wearing 25. Now Butler is, so I get confused a bit. Shot now from the far side by Caputo, saved by Ava Carlson in net. Renton now dances. Renton surveys looking from behind the net. Renton pass off boards to Wozniak. The Woz fans on it, but comes back and gets it. Up the boards now to Butler. Butler now D to D. Looking for Renton. Renton to Melina. Melina now. Melina looks, she's going to go to Renton. She normally goes back up the boards and cycles it back on that. Renton now to Caputo. Caputo to Melina in the, oh my gosh, little drag pass, a drag shot. Caputo now with the ripper. Ava Carlson was not on her angle there, and Caputo winds up and takes a slapper. Courtney Caputo has a awesome heavy slap shot. She normally, I think, played D, but she's played a bunch of forward here the last few games for the Tigers. But I've seen that shot, and it is heavy, and she loves to take it. So as far as heavy shots on the Tigers go, you've got some very heavy shots, specifically from Renton and Caputo on the blue line, as well as some really strong wrist shooters. Jenna Fireover, if she gets her wrister off, has a lethal one too. So there's some good shooters that can pick corners, and then there's some extremely skilled stick handlers out there too, like Nina Molina and Alyssa Larino. Really impressed with all these girls. We have an offside. Abby Bauer went down in the zone. Jenna Fireover was on the march. Here we go, folks. Puck comes back to Pettit. Pettit now surveys. Always heads up. Pettit now pass, looking for Fireover, but I think she didn't judge the angle on that. Got to get back to playing some billiards, Fireover, so you can work those angles a little bit better. Pass goes down in the corner. Pettit now on the puck. Pettit now up to Fireover. Fireover's got some time. Fireover looks up. Fireover shields. Stripped from the puck. Georgia Southern has a chance now, brings it right across the slot. Oh, they had a chance for a shot, but Pettit was there to deny them. Still looking really, really ready is Bella Quick back there, glove ready, everything. Easy to fall asleep back there when you have only seen one shot the entire game. Pass up to Fireover. Fireover rips one, kind of low on net. Saved by Sierra Nudifer. Sorry, Sierra, I'm not quite exactly sure how to pronounce your last name. All right, Abby Bauer's battling in front of the net, and it is going to be an icing. The ref's telling Avery Pettit, you got to skate to check up that icing. He almost waved it off because Avery wasn't skating back. The rules for ACHA USA hockey at this level are probably a little bit different than these girls most recently played at wherever they were coming into college. So they're probably just expecting the automatic icing there. All right, so Melina on the draw. Butler and Renton to her flank. Pass back to Butler. Butler over to Renton. Renton now surveys. Renton low to Yoder. Yoder back to Renton. Renton now walks the line. Olivia Yoder is on her way to her favorite place. There must be a coffee in there to sip on or something for her. Someone get Olivia Yoder a coloring book so she has something to do in the box. She's talking to Duba. I don't know what that was all about. I think Yoder has no problem taking exception if there could be some talking going on the ice too, and Yoder had enough of it. So Georgia Southern's going on the power play here. Currently on the clock, 3:22 and running, 12-0 Tigers. DJ Jazzy Autumn's playing little tunes. And we will go on the penalty kill. This is a good chance for Coach Duba to work some penalty kill situations for our ladies. I guess we have now decided to move the face-off to the other dot. I think that might be the Georgia Southern choice in this matter, but I'm not sure that it matters much. All right, face-off up to Renton. Renton hasn't gone coast to coast yet today, but here she goes. She did yesterday. Backhand wraparound. Oh, just misses. She had the goalie totally baited on that one. The goalie's way out of position. Pressure down low. And Georgia Southern will dump it out, and that will be no ice because there wasn't a hurry back to the puck. Georgia Southern's Bella Dill, she's a hustler, did get back to prevent that icing. Number 25, Kate Butler now with the puck. Butler drops it to Melina, but Melina's like all covered up. That was kind of a ill-advised pass there. Renton now with the puck. Clemson may be getting a tad sloppy. With the game so out of hand, it's hard to really stay that focused. Puck comes back to Renton. Renton now looks. Renton right back to Melina. Melina can't handle, but Melina does try to regather, but cannot. Georgia Southern has a chance. Number 17 on Georgia Southern's going to go for it. Her stick is knocked out of her hands, and we're going to have a penalty for a slash. Although I thought it was a stick lift. Renton now complaining to the ref. I'm guessing Renton's saying the girl's got to hold on to her stick. That was just a stick lift. So now Renton is going to go join her friend Olivia Yoder in the box. They can have a little powwow. And now we have a 5-on-3 set up now, I believe. So here we go. So Bella Quick back there. Maybe she'll see some rubber now. Face-off won by Georgia Southern. Dumped in, but right to Melina. Melina is probably just going to skate around with this, kill some time here, and she does. She gets closed off really well by Georgia Southern player. That is good defense, folks. We got now another Clemson player back on the ice, so it's a 5-on-4 now. Shorthanded. Tigers bring it in on goaltender Sierra Nudifer. In the rink now, we're playing one of my favorite hockey songs of all time. It's the Brass Bonanza, if you've never heard it. Was the Hartford Whalers fight song. I would imagine Coach Duba knows this song. She's actually dancing a little bit over there, being from Connecticut. So Brass Bonanza playing was my ringtone for the longest time. Sad that we don't hear that hockey song much anymore, but I think it's one of the classics. Melina now across. Melina scores, shorthanded. So that is a 13-0 lead, I believe, by our Tigers with 25 seconds and ticking to go in the second. It's looking like we're just going to let this kind of slowly tick down here. No one's in a hurry to the dot. Georgia Southern should be, since they're on the power play, but face-off won by the Tigers. Yoder now with it. Yoder's out of the box. She should be nice and rested. Passing it up to Hudson's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even see the time on the clock. I'm a doofus. But she skates off to the bench for the period break. Normally we have a zam between second and third, but I think we're just going to continue right on with this one as we go. A little bit more, a special thanks really to some of the people who have made this team possible. Huge thanks to Professor Sky Arthur Banning, who is the faculty advisor for these ladies. Sky is kind of integral in keeping the connection between the university and the girls and helping the girls through the board process. Also, a big thanks to Darby Tippett, who's with the Student Involvement Center for Student Leadership and Engagement. Darby was a huge help in getting this team set up. This team was really the mindchild of Jenna Fireovid, who came to school here and decided we need a hockey team and started building it. And so she worked with Darby to get it going. And then in that process, started getting out social media, found a few girls, added a board. So the Student Executive Board of Directors is President and Founder Jenna Fireovid, Vice President Nina Molina, Treasurer Olivia Yoder, and Secretary Alyssa Larino. They also have a head of fundraising position that's currently open. So, one more thing, if you want to support your Lady Ice Tigers, another way to do it is get some merch. They have a merch store on Squad Locker, Clemson Women's Hockey on Squad Locker. You can get a cool hat like this one, or a t-shirt, or a hoodie, or a lot of things. They've got like 50 different things on the Squad Locker. 15% of the proceeds on Squad Locker go back to this Clemson Lady Ice Tigers team. Also, being the holidays coming up, I would think it's the perfect time for little brothers, little sisters, aunts and uncles, grandparents to get some Clemson Lady Ice Tigers merch. So here we go, starting the third period. We have a 13-0 Clemson lead. We have a 35-1 shot differential, and Clemson wins the draw back to Pettit. Pettit now, D to D, over to Yoder. Looks like Yoder's on D now. Molina. Did Yoder just get a penalty behind the play? It was an obvious.
For no reason.
Oh, so Yoder's going back to the box again. Dubin's like asking Yoder, "What are you doing?" I am guessing there's been some language to Yoder from Georgia Southern causing Yoder to do this. But the ironic thing is Olivia Yoder is a certified official. She's reffed a lot of games in a lot of different levels, and but she's our leader in the penalty box. So I think it's kind of ironic and funny. She knows exactly what she did. She could probably tell you the actual, whatever, 11-point whatever rule on USA Hockey's rule book. But, so Georgia Southern now with power play again. 5-on-4 for Georgia Southern. Battling low is Lucy Hudson on puck. Lucy shields, frees it up to Pettit. Hudson now looks up. Hudson's just now going to dump it. Down into the corner. Killing time. So 16, Alessi now on the forecheck. Oh, aerial pass, but picked off out of the air by Watkins. Amazing hand-eye coordination. Over to Alessi. Alessi with a shot. It just goes off the goalie. I thought it went in, but it just went wide. Alessi now back to Pettit on the D. On the point, Pettit rips one. Looking for a quick tip by Watkins, but paddled by Sierra Nudifer and up into the twine. No, behind, in front of the scoreboard. So we got 18-10 and running here in the third. DJ Jazzy Autumn's gotten some tunes going. Watkins now drops it back to Avery Pettit. Pettit now down low, but no one's there. We have to remember that we are on the penalty kill, so your normal wing that would be there would not be there. Georgia Southern now just dumps it out. Hudson now gathers on the blue line. Georgia Southern now kicks it out, and Avery Pettit regathers. Avery surveys, tries to get Alessi, kind of got caught up there the way it landed on her stick, and Georgia Southern now dumps it in deep. Icing is waved off, and Pettit now behind netminder Bella Quick. Pettit now, I think she was, I don't know if that was a dump out as a penalty kill or a pass to Alessi, but either way, it worked, I guess. Pettit now looks up. Pettit now up the boards. Finds Alessi. Alessi now, our water skier, water skis her way on in across the blue line. Pass across. Finds Watkins. Watkins shot. Good save by goalie Sierra, who came way out off her crease to take the angle down. Alessi now shot off the iron. Hudson now low to Yoder. Is that Yoder? Is Yoder back already? Yoder is back. So that penalty kill went pretty quick. Yoder now with the puck. Yoder now. Shields in the corner. Yoder now back up high. Avery Pettit. Pettit now. Down low to Watkins. Watkins looks up. Watkins finds Yoder. Yoder just misses. Alessi now with the shot. Blocked by Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern has a chance to get it out. And they do. Here's a chance for Georgia Southern as they bring it in. They just need to get it out. Oh, they will get a penalty. They call a trip. Georgia Southern's asking for a penalty shot. I don't know. It would be fun for them to get one. But I don't think she was quite by her enough to receive that. So that's a penalty you could take, I guess. I'm not even sure that was purposeful. But who is that in the box there? Is that number 17? I believe that is Lucy Hudson. What I say about Lucy is that bench has been thoroughly warmed up already in the penalty box by Olivia Yoder, so it's a nice warm seat in there. So the Tigers will again work on their penalty kill. (13-0) lead for your Tigers. 15:26 ticking in first. Molina's got it. Molina's gone. There goes Nina Molina. She's wide open. She's going to go in. Normally she takes the backhand shot there. I think she just held up. Over to Caputo. Caputo finds Molina back in the middle. Molina with the backhander does not quite get in. Good save by Sierra. Clemson will back check hard with Athena Renton on puck. Renton looks up. Renton with the candy cake pink stick today. Renton skates up. Renton heads up the whole way. Good shot by Sierra Nudifer as Renton was looking to squeeze it under. Looks like under her armpit there. Georgia Southern now has a chance. Bella Dill for Georgia Southern. Bella is the lone goal scorer for Georgia Southern yesterday and for the season so far. And she does have a shot. Oh my gosh. Good move by Molina. Tries to bait Nudifer off. Nudifer gets back on her post. Really good goaltending there by Sierra Nudifer. Back behind the net. Georgia Southern regathers. Georgia Southern up. Kept in though by Molina. Molina now. Molina can stick handle in a phone booth. Amazing hands. She looks up. Oh, tries to pick the corner. Doesn't go. Clemson regathers behind the net. Now Georgia Southern tries to clear. So today is Pink at the Rink initiative to support breast cancer awareness. So you see a number of Clemson players with pink tape on their sticks, as well as some pink in the stands. I'd like to recognize the Lady Warriors of the youth team here in Greenville that are here to support the ladies, the Clemson Tigers. Hopefully maybe some future Lady Tigers. You know, at first I was afraid, I was petrified. But that's the song that's about to play. Oh, never mind, it's Pink Pony Club. So that's what I know. It's a very similar start, but we're playing the Pink Pony Club in honor of breast cancer awareness. So it looks like we will have Lucy Hudson coming out of the box on the drop here. Watkins now wins it back to, brings it across to Renton. Renton surveys, brings it over to Kate Butler. Abby Bauer steps up, holds it just long enough to regain. Pass over to Jenna Fireovid. Fireovid looks, drops it, hits Renton in stride. Renton now brings it over to Watkins. Watkins now working her way through. Watkins with a good move. Watkins has a very big reach. She can go from left to right, about a 5-foot move there to really deke out the defense. Yoder now with a waffle muffin. But Clemson regathers. Abby Bauer now. Bauer now on the boards. Bauer just kind of loses it in the dasher there. But sorry you can't see right below me, but I don't want to widen out too much and then you can't really see much of the game. So Avery Pettit now has got the puck. Avery Pettit to Watkins. Watkins over to Fireovid. Fireovid now skates in. Fireovid looks up. Fireovid makes a move. Fireovid now skates in and broken up by Georgia Southern. Puck kept in by Avery Pettit. Pettit now dumps it low. Fireovid on the forecheck. Oh, here's a chance for Georgia Southern. Bella Dill with the, oh, she overskates it. Bella had a similar play yesterday, who ended up getting the lone goal for Georgia Southern. Margot Watkins now. Back up to Olivia Yoder in the slot. Yoder goes down. Collision there. Nothing. Oh, there is a hand up. It looks like there's a penalty on Georgia Southern. They're going to call that on Georgia Southern for taking down Olivia Yoder. Olivia Yoder's bending over. I don't know if she got whacked or what. Kind of grabbing her belly. As Manderfield for Georgia Southern takes her trip to the box. She's probably the leading penalty getter for the Georgia Southern team. Pink Pony Club plays here. Yoder stays on the ice even though she got dinged up a little bit. Got Melina on the draw. Caputo to her left flank. She brings it over, but Caputo is back behind her, not on the left. Back up to Yoder. Yoder with a slapper, blocked by Belladil. Yoder with another pass across to Wozniak. Wozniak now looks. Wozniak has time. Wozniak's across to Caputo. Caputo now back to Yoder. Yoder with the shot and a score. It was a save.
Really good save.
It was a save. Oh, they celebrated like it might have been a score. So good work by Olivia Yoder to get the puck on net, but even better work by Sierra Nudifer to get her glove on that puck. Puck now controlled by Nina Molina. Molina now shields and drops to Yoder. Yoder has wide open area, but she tries to thread a fun pass across to Wozniak. Wozniak back to Renton. Renton fires off the goalie. Good blocker save. Wozniak now in the corner. Wozniak now up the boards. She will find Caputo. Caputo now across the middle, looking in the slot for Wozniak. Wozniak now across over to Molina. Molina now. Molina looks. Molina hits Caputo. Caputo now coming across the slot. Actually, Georgia Southern chance, and at least gets it out of the zone. Avery Pettit now at the puck. Pettit now with the pass up to Molina. Normally Molina would be going full stride and have that, but Molina still regathers somehow. Molina now, she's dancing. Oh my gosh, there is the Nina Molina move. The quick forehand, backhand, or double deke, whatever you want to call it, lifter, where mom or grandma keeps the cookies top shelf. All right, I'm fumbling a little bit on my words. Half asleep, and the caffeine is not kicking in. As I make silly comments, DJ Jazzy Autumn is laughing at me next to me. So Lucy Hudson now skates onto the puck, and Manderfield puts her into the boards right after she just got out of the box. Oh, it's all fun, folks. Butler now drops it back to Alessi. Alessi with the puck. Alessi has time. Alessi looks up. Alessi across. Oh, cool little. Oh, how unfortunate for Georgia Southern. It was a great little tip pass from Athena Renton looking for, I believe, Watkins. I can't remember for sure. A great thought, but it was picked off by Georgia Southern. But unfortunately, Georgia Southern was offside. President Lena Whitwell from Georgia Southern asking the ref, come on, man, just give us one. So we got a little M&M playing in the stadium now. We got 7:54 to go in the third, 14-0 Tigers. And the puck goes into the bench. Is he calling a delay a game for that? I don't know. And I guess he theoretically could. I don't think he is. But I think he was kidding. But if it's deemed that you actually do that on purpose, I believe in this league that could be called a delay a game. Unlike the NHL where it's an automatic. Puck one back. Renton behind the net. Renton up the boards to Butler. Butler now shields. Gets ridden by a Georgia Southern player. Watkins now. Watkins looks up. Uh-oh, watch for the Watkins Good save by Ava Carlson in net. Oh my gosh, loose puck. Still loose. Still loose. It's a hot mess. Loose, loose, loose. Oh boy. Georgia Southern tried to tuck it back into the back of the goalie's pad, but tucked it right into the crease, right to a Clemson Tiger. But it looks like goalie Ava Carlson's on her back, either just thinking this one over or maybe injured a bit. She had cramping issues yesterday, so your Tigers will take a knee, and I'll pan away. Oh. Again, we do not own the rights to any of the music being played in the building, and neither does DJ Jazzy Autumn. But so please, YouTube, do not take us off. We're not playing any music right now during an injury, though. So the athletic trainer now will step on the ice and work her way down. A little bit about the College Hockey South. So College Hockey South has, I believe, 14 women's teams. It's up from last year by a handful, so it's growing big. There's a division in College Hockey South where they will play for a College Hockey South championship. But in College Hockey South, most of the teams sit under the ACHA umbrella. And under that umbrella, they could actually be national bound. Although these two teams are in the ACDC of ACHA. Here it gets confusing, doesn't it? Who is not national bound because their first year, they can't be national bound. So this year, it's a 10-game CHS season minimum to play in College Hockey South playoffs. And they are in the ACHA. Next year, likely Clemson will join the W2 or step up to W2 ACHA and be national bound. And at that point, they will have a 14-game minimum in the ACHA. So Clemson did play the University of Georgia, and they will one more time, who actually just opted to stay out of ACHA and stay in the AAU conference. But they are both part of College Hockey South. The biggest difference is ACHA does not allow players under the age of 18 to play, even if you're in college. So Georgia, University of Georgia that is, had multiple players that were under 18 and decided to stay in AAU so they could continue to play them. Clemson has one player in Jules Damon who has not been able to play yet because she is still underage, looking forward to turning 18 in November to join this team. Other than that, we've seen all the Tigers this weekend. Something happened. I don't know. We got another Tiger in the box. If you're a sponsor and you'd like to sponsor our penalty box every time a Tiger goes in, you might get a lot of airtime. So reach out if you want to sponsor us. So we have another Georgia Southern power play. Still 14-0 Tigers. 5:28 ticking in the third period. Face off one back to Molina. Molina's going to go up the glass. Almost kept in. Is kept in by Georgia Southern. Abby Bauer now at the puck. Abby gets it, clears the blue line. We got Georgia Southern offside. Molina can recollect. Molina now down the boards. Oh man, Molina's wide open. I don't know what she's going to do. Oh, she does it between the leg shot, but picked up. Net came off maybe? Someone hit net. So we saw Molina earlier starting to work up the, we're going to show you a little dancing. There's a little dance party going on. I'm going to zoom in. A little dance party going on over on the bench. Dance party. Dance party. Dance party. Okay. I'm coming back in a second here. Sorry, I zoomed in to see the dance party. Okay. Tigers now control the puck along the near boards. Wozniak, Molina over to Pettit. Molina now. Molina up the slot. Molina with the shot, looking for Olivia Yoder, who's right there. Covered by goaltender Sierra Nudifer. .403 running clock ticking in the third. 14-0 Tigers. Shot differential in this one, 39 shots to 1 shot. If the Tigers continue to fire here, they'd be up well over 100, though. They've just started to play a little keep away, trying not to rub it in too much on Georgia Southern. There is some disparity in the league in College Hockey South, with with teams that are from smaller schools not having the recruiting power that the bigger ones do. We have a chance now for Manderfield on Georgia Southern. Manderfield dumps it in deep, looking for number 14 on Georgia Southern. The reason I know Manderfield's name is because she's been in the box a lot. Fire Ovid now with it. Fire Ovid, I don't know what that was all about. Fire Ovid now gets shielded off the puck. And Melina dances, picked off by Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern has a chance now. Manderfield on it, on Melina, but Melina will regather. So I was talking about a little bit the disparity. So there's definitely some teams that are really new and that don't have the caliber of player and experience that some of these bigger schools do. We are actually pleasantly surprised. There's DJ Jazzy Autumn in the frame. We are pleasantly surprised with this Clemson team and what they've been able to have right at the end. Fire over it with a shot. Good save by Sarah Nudifer. Fire over right down the slot. Puck comes flying high, almost takes out a Georgia Southern coach. But she ducks. Oh, we have that good old song that the Chicago Blackhawks play when they score. That's another fun one. Oh, I think of Patrick Kane when I hear this. Face off now down low in the Georgia Southern zone. Won by Watkins. Watkins back to Renton. Renton now on the point. Renton looks. Renton back to Watkins. Oh, Wozniak, sorry. The Woz now over to Caputo. Touch pass back up to Butler. Butler now touch into Watkins. Watkins with the shot and gobbled up by goaltender Sierra. So a little bit of a gap in games until our Tigers will have University of Georgia come into town on January 11th. So they have a little bit of gap of time, holiday breaks and such, before they get back on the ice. Last night was actually the home opener for your Clemson Tigers. First ever game played at home this season and in club history. Watkins now in the neutral zone. Watkins gathers. Watkins collects, drops it back to Butler. Butler now to Caputo. Caputo shields right on the blue line. Caputo over to Wozniak. Caputo is very, very good about shielding the puck. Puck back to Woz. The Woz over to Watkins in the center. Watkins gathers. Watkins across the slot. Hits Wozniak. 35 seconds to go in the game. Georgia Southern clears. Bella Quick still ready for it back there, even after seeing just one 8-ounce vulcanized rubber hit her all day. So this is about going to do us here for your Clemson Tigers with a 14-0 win against Georgia Southern. Oh, we might get one more draw in if they line up. It looks like we are, maybe. Oh, Van Nance dropped the puck, so maybe not. He's going to drop it with 1 second to go, and that's going to do it, folks, from Taylor, South Carolina, where Clemson Tigers have won their second game of the weekend against Georgia Southern. This one 14-0 as the Tigers celebrate their win. So thank you very much for joining, and we will come back to you on January 11th when we play UGA. Everyone have a nice